We're about to go live. All right, guys, I'm Unique Wright, your DIY business coach, sitting here in Studio U. Today is going to be a very, very powerful episode because we're going to talk about what inspires you to do business, why should you do business, or what will make you want to do business. And then we're going to kind of go off of the subject a little bit and talk more about business credit and business funding. Our guest tonight, David Wilson, we're going to sit here. He's a funder. He helps small businesses get funded in their business. So we're going to talk about how you can get funded, and we're going to talk about my new program, the Business Credit School or Business Credit Masterclass that we're going to start next week. Okay, guys, we're about to start a business credit masterclass next week, talking about setting you up for the whole process of how to build your business credit. So if you are interested in that, if you haven't already, like the post that I talked about, click the link in the bio or send me a DM. Send me a DM with your email address, and we will send you an email out telling you the dates that we're going to do this free webinar about how to build your business credit. Okay, guys, this is a serious thing because y'all know that last year we had COVID-19, right? And most of you guys did not have the basic stuff to fund your business. Even when they were they gave out billions and trillions of literally trillions of dollars to small businesses out there, and 90% of you guys were not prepared to get the maximum amount. So while we're teaching you how to inspire yourself to be in business, we're also going to run in and teach you about how to handle your business so your business is a business and not just the sidebar of whom you are. So today we're going to go into that real seriously, real deep, and get into the nitty gritty. So today's podcast has been sponsored to you by My Book by Pookie. If you guys have not picked up this book, please go pick this up today on Amazon. Helps you get your mindset right, remove those negative people out your life, remove those negative thoughts out your head. Again, look, it's a very short read. Download it, Kindle. We're working on the ebook. We'll launch by Christmas. Those are the goals. So, guys, I want you to pay a hard whole attention. Stay on to the end. There will be bonus at the end if you watch this to the very end. We do this from 8 to 10. There is a bonus at the end. So make sure you stay on till the end because I would like you guys to set up your small businesses, give you some free information about how to make sure your business is prepared to be funded. Because having a small business is great, but if you have to pull out all of your funds and all of your stuff in your bank account to make your business happen, sometimes that becomes a burden. So being inspired to do your business and having your dream and your aspirations for doing whatever business that you choose to do, you have to really sit here and consider, like, how am I going to fund this business when I get it started? Where is this money coming from? I know some of you guys have been working corporate America for many years, and then y'all are talking about I'll just pull it from my 401k. That's great. Pull 20 grand, pull 30 grand from your 401k to help start funding that business, right? But then now when that money dries up, that money goes really quickly when you're in business because you don't know what you need to buy and stuff happens. You mess up orders. Things happen in business. So making sure you have a backup form of funding also helps you build your business on multiple levels, okay? Make sure you have that extra access of funding. So make sure you go out here and have your business set up properly. So I know we talked about this last podcast, but I really think that y'all didn't get a whole lot of it. So I want to go down here and break down the basics that you need to start your business. Now, understand we're going to do a free webinar class about this too and talk about, get more in depth on why and how and what does that look like and all of this. But this is just the basic outline of what I like to tell you guys. One, you need to find a business name. It's easy. Pick a name. Pick whatever name you want to pick. Your initials. Make that into a corporation. All right. Find that business name. Make it into a corporation. Why am I steering you guys away from LLCs? Right. LLCs are not as lucrative as a corporation. A corporation can stand alone versus when you have an LLC, it is tied to you and your personal. Okay, all the time. It's always going to be tied. It takes more for you to build. When you have a corporation, you have shareholders, you have investors, you can give them a piece of your business, a couple of shares here, you have a couple of shares there, and then they get a share of the profit margin on that business. So when they're helping you build your business, they can help you grow in that aspect. So making sure you actually have a corporation. Stop doing these LLCs. It costs you the same amount of money to set up a corporation than it does an LLC. The only big difference is they always fooled you. Oh, it's so much more paperwork. It is 5 or 6 more lines of paperwork that you have to do. 5 or 6 more lines saying that who's the CEO, who's the CFO, who's the secretary, who's the COO. That's it. And then if you don't have those things, you name yourself as all of them until you're able to appoint people to put in that place. Okay, and you're telling me right now, I know what y'all are thinking, right? I'm a small business. It's only me. Da 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 da. Right? I understand. I totally understand. I'm just getting started. I don't even know if this is going to even work. So I need you guys to stop thinking on that mindset, because if you have that mindset that you're only going to be a small business, you're going to be a mom and pop, then what you need to do is not start a business, because you have no potential to grow. You have no potential to excel to your highest heights. When you establish a corporation, you are putting out there in that atmosphere that you are going to be superior. You're going to have a corporation. You're eventually going to be a traded company at one point in time. Later in the future, we're not talking about the next 2 to 3 years, maybe even 10 years, maybe even 20 years. Some companies don't get this far. But these are the things that you do to become successful in your business, right? To grow your business. And you will never be able to scale your business if you don't do these kind of things in it. So set up that corporation, you guys. Stop setting up these LLCs and set up that corporation, okay? After we set up that corporation, we need to, but actually, one step before that, I need you guys to get a virtual office, a virtual business office, a virtual business address. Stop using your home addresses, okay? Pay for a USPS box, office box. Pay for a USPS office box. I'm not a UPS, but UPS, not USPS. UPS office box. Go pay $99, I think it's for 3 months. Pay for that so you can have a street address for your business in whatever area. And before you do that, the smart thing is look at your local community, your local county's agendas for the year. See if they're giving, what areas they're giving money to small businesses, and set up your business in that area. Go get that virtual office in that area, because sometimes the government hands out grants and hands out loans, and all you got to do, like in Atlanta, in the city of Atlanta, we can get funding for our business, right? The CAB has different funding for their business. So wherever city you are in your local city, you can get funding for your business in those areas. So make sure you set your business up in those local areas so that you can make sure that you can be funded through those local governments. Maybe you see some agendas that says low income agenda. Sometimes even though you may not be in a low income area, but put your business in a local business address in a low income area, and that can set you up for money that's coming in, money coming soon, and other projects that they have out there. So keep that in mind. So once you get once you figure out your business name, you go get you a corporate an address, and then you register your business with the Secretary of State as a corporation. Most states is no more than 125. I think the highest I've seen is probably 225 to set up your corporation, okay? fully set up your corporation. Set up that corporation. Guys, once you have set up that corporation, you set up the corporation, then we are going to get your EIN number underneath that corporation and your Duns and Bradstreet. Now, depending on where you are, all of this takes no more than about a week to happen for you. Maybe 2 weeks max for you to get to this level. Then after you get that, you set up your business bank account. Once you set up your business bank account, you set up you go and you set up you get a website and a local listing. When I say local listing, it's so that your Yellow Pages, you're on your Google, this is why you don't want to use your home address, because you need to have your business out there. So when people Google your business, they can see this. They can see it out there. Because if you Google I Am Unique Right now, if y'all take the time to Google I Am Unique right now, you will see, or I'm sorry, you can Google I Am Unique Right, and you can Google UCW Enterprise Corp. That is my corporation name, UCW Enterprise Corp. You'll see me all up and down the first page of that. You know what that looks like? That I am established. I'm an established business that's been here for a while. I'm in the top of Google in my name. You don't have to dig for me. You don't have to search for me. You type in my business name, it's done. It's done. Okay? So once you have done that in setting up your business strategy and getting your website done, making sure your websiting, throw in some social media in there. You don't even have to, just at least a Facebook page, preferably Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter would be sufficient. But if you're not going to really post on them, don't do them. At least a LinkedIn, maybe if you're a LinkedIn more savvy, do that. Okay? Once you have set all of those items up into your business credit, into your business portfolio, we're going to go out here and get some trade lines, okay? Trade lines. We want to get trade lines with Uline, with Granger, with ePromo, with Quill, with Northern Tools. There's 5 different companies we can get trade lines for. And we built those trade lines out. You pay them if they give you 15-day terms, you pay them on day 5 or day 10. And you buy stuff for your business. These don't have to be no big orders. They don't have to be $1,000 orders. These could be $50, $60 orders here, there. But whatever they give you credit for, use it and pay it. Use it and pay it. This reports to the Dun & Bradstreet. And they report to Dun & Bradstreet. There are probably multiple other companies out there that will give you business credit and will give you business in that 15 days in your industry. So reach out to anybody you start to do business. Be like, hey, do you have net 15? And if they do have net 15, net 30, net 20, make sure you tell them to ask them if they report to Dun & Bradstreet. Because if they report to Dun & Bradstreet, then that means it'll get onto your Equifax and everything else for you to build your business credit. Now, within that time, while you're setting up your business credit, you need to make sure you are funding your business account with money. If you have a large lump sum or you have small lump sums of money, make sure you're flowing that money in and out of that business bank account so you have some money. Flow every bit of cash or whatever you have through that business bank account in that first 90 days of you establishing this business. Why? Because if you can do this for at least 90 days, if you can do it for at least 6 months, if you really can do it for 6 months, more money you can get. But if you're rushing and trying to get money for right now and for projects to come, this takes only 90 days to get this. After 90 days, I have lenders that are set up that can get you, if you got $25K running through your business account every month for the next 90 days, I have lenders that will give you from $50,000, $20,000 to $100,000 of money. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, because this will be your first loan, because this will be your first your first lending experience. The interest rate's going to be high, and some lenders are going to do things totally different for you. So different options, different ways of paying out, So those are the things that you really, really need to pay attention to when you're getting into this. But if you actually have a decent credit score, at least if you have a 670, it's guaranteed. If you have that kind of money running through your account, you can get at least 100K. If you have a lesser credit score, you probably can get like 50. And there's companies out there that's lending money over and over and over again. Now, business lending and personal lending are totally different because it's easier to get this business money. It is so much easier to get business funding than it is to get you a loan or personal credit. I know you guys probably, some of you guys got $600, $700, $800, or at least six. I'll say 6 to 650 credit scores, right? It is really hard for you to get funding, right? So it's very hard for you to get funding in your personal life. So if you have at least a 750 credit score, do you know you can get funding in your business right now to up to 50, 60K? Right. But if you have that money revolving, they do at least 3 times of what you have coming into your monthly business bank account. So longer you can show that residuals. There's secured credit cards. After this point, we can get you some secured credit cards. And then at ultimate, while we're in this process and you're getting your personal credit, your business credit up to where it needs to be, we can get you secure credit cards. We can get you secure line of credits. There's banks out here that give out secure line of credits, because if you have that 15 or that 20K in that bank account, you could use some of that money to get secure lines of credit for your business. So these are ways to help grow your business, enhance your business all over. So we're going to go in and we're going to talk. I know that was a lot of information that I gave you just a minute ago, and I hope it kind of can settle in. I know I talk fast, but this will be saved. Always, you can rewatch it and replay it. So make sure but tonight, only tonight, we're giving out a special offer at the end of this broadcast tonight only, okay? About the new program. We're giving away so much free stuff at the end. So make sure that y'all sign up and send me a DM in my message by the end of this. Send me those DMs so that I can make sure you get your free content and your free ebooks and everything else that I'm going to give you. I don't want to tell you too much, but tonight is going to be special, okay? Because, I'm tired of people talking about they don't have enough funds to run their business. They want to buy equipment. Do you know people will give you money if you just send them invoices for equipment? You can get furniture in your business name to furnish your office in your house or in your business or wherever you're in. You can get furniture. There are lenders out there who give money for all of these things. You just have to have some business credit established for you to get these things. Amazon right now is giving out money for small businesses, business lines of credit on Amazon, up to $7,500. Imagine what you could do with $7,500 worth of business credit on Amazon. So these are things that you can do, things that you can have out there in your arsenal to build your business up. And all you have to do is make sure you pay these things on time. Don't buy nothing that you really can't afford, but pay these things on time. And within 90 to 120 days, you can have funding where you can make moves, major moves. That's how people are. You see people coming up and they're like, oh, wow. How do they do that so quickly? Because they have the money. They have the extra money to spend to get them what they're desiring and what they're inspired by. From what they're inspired by, they get what they desire. So we're going to be talking a little bit more about that business funding. After this, we're going to break down, before I bring on our special guest at 9:30, we are going to talk about on my new program. So I would like you guys, this is a little outline. We're going to go real deep dive into what is business credit. We're going to have a free webinar on what is business credit. How do you establish? How do you get your business credit set up? What is the reason why you should have business credit? These are the things that we are going to break down in my free online class. I'm going to actually even set up where you can get my free ebook on how to do it, and make sure that you are set up properly. So make sure y'all listen. Send me a DM so that you can be a part of this e-class. We're going to do it next week. It's going to be a webinar, so we're going to do it. It is only 10 easy steps to set up your business credit and make sure your business is established. Okay? So, like I was breaking it down with you guys, once you have your business bank account set up, you have a good cash flow running into your bank account, you're keeping your balances high. Make sure you get that website, that domain, that social media set up. And also, the most things, y'all stop using these damn Gmail emails for your business address, okay? When you purchase your domain, on your business, make sure that you purchase a email address with that. With GoDaddy's $1.99, there's other companies that sometimes they give you free emails. Make sure you're purchasing those emails so you have a professional email, even if it is just a forwarding email to go to your Gmail account. That's fine. But make sure you can put info@ucwenterprises.com, info@iamuniquewright.com, contact at john@richardpryor.com. Make sure you have that .com. That makes your business so much more powerful. Now, in setting up and verifying your business, make sure you have, if you are going to do a brick and mortar, make sure you have your business license, any other permits that is necessary to establish your business. Make sure you have all of that. Make sure you have all of that set up in your business, because this will make your business grow and make sure that you are in the proper position to get funding. Because when lenders are looking at all of these things and seeing if you have these things and seeing if these things make sense, you know what I mean? So they're looking at all of this stuff. So if you do it all at one time, once you get it done once you get all of this done once, it's done. Do a quick website. You can go do a quick website. Nothing fancy. I'm not talking about you building a full-fledged e-commerce website. No, just a quick little one-page website to show who you are, who your company is, and that you're real, and that you have a contact information, that you have terms and conditions. You know, those are things that you do. If you're going to accept payments, sign up for a merchant account. That helps build your business up as well. Make sure you have these merchant accounts signed up. Again, all of this is going to be in my program, my free e-class. This is just kind of an outline of everything that we're going to talk about in that class, okay? So make sure you guys sign up for that class. Send me a DM as soon as you can for that class so that y'all can be a part of it, because it's going to give you so much deep rooted information on why you can't get funding through your business. Now, you see all these people on Instagram and social medias with all these fancy cards and stuff. You know, a lot of them, not all, a lot of them have this business, those cards funded through your business. You know, if you get a couple of cards, now you can put your car on Turo or some of these other apps and actually make money off of those apps while people drive your car around and have insurance on them, and it's all good, and you don't even have to do it. You just give them the car, the vehicle. So, and then that can also make you money. When you want the car, you don't list it. You know what I mean? And Airbnbs and all this other stuff that we have out there that we can make money off of. There are so many ways to make money off of. Imagine if you could change your lifestyle in the next 90 days. Because you got 100,000, you got 20,000, you got 10,000 in funding through your small business, and you can grow it that way. Your car is you're not personally liable for your vehicle now because it's a business investment. It's a tax write-off. people have all this stuff because if I have my house as a tax write-off, I could write off my mortgage. I could write off everything that's the lights, the water, the gas, all of that, the internet bill, because I need that to run my business. All of this stuff are tax write-offs. So when you have your business properly set up and properly established, you can have all of this stuff written up to make it. We're going to have tax experts on. We know tax season is coming in the next couple of months. We're going to have tax season. There's going to be some new trickeries going on because you know they're looking at your Cash Apps, your Zelles, and all of that. So all y'all cash businesses, y'all are not going to be able to get away with this for so long. After 3 years of not filing that mess, they're going to come after you behind. So make sure you have your business set up. You know you can have a business Cash App. Did y'all know that? Make so it's set up underneath your business so they're not attacking your personal money, your personal income, because this is business income. So make sure you have these things set up. We're about to bring our special guest on. I would like to make sure that you take the time to click the link in the bio, purchase my Buy Pookie book. If you need help establishing your business, we are now hitting the fourth quarter. Make sure you get the number 4. This is number 1. Make sure you get the fourth quarter or you purchase them all for $85 on my website. Go on my website and you can purchase them all. Great books for you planners. They're dateless planners. That's why I keep selling them every year. They're dateless. They have no dates in them. You see? No dates. So make sure that you guys pick up one of these as soon as you can, because it'll help you grow your business. It gives you plenty of pages, daily schedules for you to figure your life out and to get your life together. If you need confidence builder, if you have negative people in your life, grab my book, Buy Pookie, and purchase that on Amazon as well, or my website. So make sure you guys understand the importance of business credit, what inspired you to get into your business, and why so many businesses fail in a lifetime. Most times businesses fail is because of what? Funding. If you knew how to get 20 grand in 48 hours, your business could stay alive, right? It doesn't even take that much. Sometimes it's not even 20 grand. If you know how to get 5 grand, 10 grand, 6 grand, 3 grand, 1,000, right? If y'all knew how to get that money, wouldn't that help your businesses grow? Wouldn't that help your businesses exceed? Wouldn't that help your businesses to make the money that you need to make? Wouldn't that help you loosen up your money that you have for your business, because you're bogged down, all your money's going into your business, and you need to put money, you need to live too. You got to pay your rent at your house. You got to pay your light bill, gas bill, and then you got this other place where you got to pay the light and the gas bill at too. And if you're in real estate, or then you might have 4 and 5 places that you're paying lights and gas bills, or car notes, or car insurances, or whatever. You need to make sure all of this stuff is making you money in your business. So make sure you guys break down, go into that, and sign up for my master class about building your business. And we're going to do a webinar, and I might do a live on Instagram. I have yet to decide if I'm going to do it live on Instagram. I might do it on Facebook as well, to make sure that everybody has access to it. I might even bring it onto the podcast again, because I'm just giving it away for free. I would like you guys to be a part of that free program so that you can understand. I'm going to walk you through every step of what you have to do visually to make sure you get your business started and your business credit funded. So while we're sitting here waiting for David to pop in on this podcast, if y'all have, does anybody have any questions about funding their business? What they need to get business funding? What are those steps? You know, if you already have this information, your money's already rolling through your account, and you're like, what? Well, why don't I have? It's never too late to start. If you already have your corporation, you have your website, you have business, it's not. You can still start your business credit whenever you're ready to. It's not that big. It doesn't matter when you start your business. It's best to do it when you're in the beginning of it, so it can grow with you. But if you weren't taught that part of it, there is a best time. So we're about to bring David on right now so we can talk to him. He is a funding guy, and he's going to tell us what inspired him to start his business and tell us what we need to do to get funded in our business. Hey, David.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Everything is marvelous here. Good day.
That is awesome. So, David, tell everybody who you are.
Sure. Yeah. My name's David Wilson. I am managing principal of a company called Fund You Up. We help small, mid-sized businesses get funding, both secured and unsecured when traditional means are not available. So that usually means there's a challenge in one of three areas. A challenge with credit. The credit's not good enough. Challenge with collateral. There's either no collateral, there's something wrong with the collateral, there's not enough collateral, or a challenge with time in business or time in which the funds are needed. So we can provide funding of as little as the smallest deal we've ever done is $1,500. The largest deal we ever completed was just north of $250 million.
Wow.
Our unsecured funding is usually somewhere between 24 and 48 hours that we can provide that funding. And if it's secured by real estate, we're looking at about 3 to 4 weeks if everything is in place. But we focus on the unbankable market. So our clients usually have a challenge in those three areas that prevent them from going to a bank.
Okay, so what does and when you say unbankable, I just want to tell my audience, like, those are, like, if you go to your bank right now, most of your banks are asking for at least a 700. Some are want 800 credit score for you to get even funding for your business. That's what they're looking for. You have to have pristine credit and almost 100,000. I feel that you should almost have 100,000 sitting in your bank account for the next year before they even think about you. So that might be high, but that's how I feel.
The big joke in the banking industry is that they will lend you money when you don't need it, and when you actually need it, they won't. So what you're saying is not that far out of line. I think that's pretty accurate.
Okay. So tell them what they need to have when they're coming to you, or when they're coming to some of these lenders who can help small businesses not get funded by the banks. Like, what are the minimum qualifications they have to have?
Well, for us, we're gonna base 85% of our decision on the revenue of the business. So we don't fund startups. We need you to be in business currently and be in business for at least 6 months is the benchmark. We've done a handful of companies who have been in business for 4 months, but they've had strong revenue. And for us, revenue is simply money coming into your business bank account, so top line revenue.
So
what? How much money are you bringing into the company every month?
So what is a strong revenue? How much would you consider strong revenue?
Well, it depends on the funding request. So the general rule of thumb is going to be we will fund your monthly average income, monthly average revenue annualized. So, for example, if you're a company that's doing $120,000 a month, a $10,000 funding request would be reasonable. A $100,000 funding request would not, for us, unsecured. So if you're looking for $100,000, you should be doing about $1.2 million annualized per year. So that's the general rule of thumb. So it depends on what your funding request is.
Okay. Okay. So with that being said, that means 85% of it was based upon your revenue. So then what is the other 40% based upon? 45%. 35%.
So 85% based on revenue. The remaining 15% is we're going to look at personal credit. We're going to look at business credit, time in business, industry, and then we're going to look at average daily balance in the bank account, number of deposits into the bank account per month. Those are all going to be contributing factors to the term of the funding. So how long it's going to be. So we average anywhere from, we've done fundings as small as 30 days to about 2.5 years. So our focus unsecured is going to be to that point. Secured is a different ballgame altogether.
Okay. And when you say secured, what does that consist of?
95%, 99% of the time it's going to be real estate. So whether it's commercial real estate, residential real estate, we do have a residential fix and flip program that will be secured by residential real estate, and we do commercial real estate purchases and refinances. But again, usually when traditional means are not available, so there's some sort of impairment, and that's where we come in and help. So that's the security we have most often. Every so often, a vehicle. The last vehicle we did was years ago, and it was a specialized some sort of tractor, like an earth mover type of equipment like that. Not so much. So we don't do title loans. We don't do truck loans or vehicle loans typically.
Okay. Okay. That is good. So what inspired you to get into this kind of business?
Well, when I first started, I've always been in the business financial space. So helping businesses get funding in some sort of way. I started off actually in credit card processing, and that was back in 2006. And I got into business accidentally because I had a job with a credit card processing company, and they fired me. And when they fired me, I thought about it for about a day, and I was like, well, maybe I can do this on my own. And a day later, I had a business name, and everything was all set up, and I did that. Over the years, it kind of morphed into different. I had clients asking me for different things. So, can you negotiate leases for us? Can you help us with business funding? Can you? And then it just kind of blossomed into what Fund You Up is today. We still do a little bit of credit card processing for certain clients. We don't really look for it currently. It might be something we get back into later on. But the majority of our business is going to be business funding. And then we have another part of the company that focuses on expense reduction and tax mitigation.
Okay.
So all things. So we're helping businesses either get money or reduce expenses, save money.
Nice. So y'all don't do those processing loans, do you? Do you do those processing loans where it's like daily payouts?
Yeah, we many of our most of our unsecured products are structured that way. What you're referring to comes directly off of credit card processing revenue per day. A lot of times, if we have that available, we'll structure it that way, but we don't require a merchant, any type of merchant account revenue as long as we can see the money coming into the business account, we'll go with that. And yes, sometimes it's a daily payment, sometimes it's a weekly payment, sometimes it's a monthly payment.
Okay, that's good to know. That is great to know. So with that, what is the average interest rate? Because you're dealing with high risk clients. This is why the banks won't deal with them. What is the average interest rate on those?
So I always give a window, and the window is going to be anywhere from 15% to 50% per term. So
Wow.
again, the term will be anywhere from 30 days to 2.5 years. Now, I heard you say, wow, that's high. So it's much higher than bank money, right?
Yes.
Which is why I always steer clients. Most of my referrals come from, if I don't get them directly from the business owner, they come from business bankers, because business bankers are the ones that are telling these businesses no, and I know why they're telling them no. So if one of those challenges are in place, so if you have the lowest credit score business owner I ever funded was a 350.
Wow.
And he couldn't go to a bank.
No, he couldn't even walk in that bad boy.
No, he'd probably get the alarm will go off.
Right.
So we were able to help him get what he needed under the circumstances. He understood what the risks were, and he knew he couldn't get funding from the bank. That's the thing. So we're filling in that gap between the no and the funding, the no from the bank and the funding. Yeah, our money's more expensive, but compared to what? So I'll give you an example. We had a client recently who needed $85,000 to make payroll, and she called on a Tuesday to make payroll on a Friday.
Wow.
Friday. So in 4 days, she couldn't go to a bank. She needed to make payroll. She wasn't in trouble. It's just that she was waiting for one of her clients to pay her, and it was a government client, and they were paying slowly. She was not going to make payroll.
Right.
So is that expensive? Was it expensive money? Yes, but compared to what? Compared to not making payroll. Right. So which is it? And so a lot of what we do is weighing opportunity costs. I will say this, that I'm proud to say that FundUp does way more than most in our space in terms of counseling clients to do what is right. Because I'm more than happy to steer a client toward a solution that works for them. I just did that a couple of weeks ago. A client came to me first and said, "Oh yeah, we were referred to you by a CPA. We need funding." And I just took a quick look at the situation. I said, "No, this is not our deal. This is bankable. So let's start at the bank first. Let me send you to one of our bank partners. Let them work on this, and I'm pretty sure they can do this deal." And they could. So at the end of the day, we're looking to help the business be the best they can be, whether it's through us or through someone else.
Wow. I mean, that makes sense, because I have dealt with a lot of different lenders, and once you get into that pop-up where you click on those advertisements when you do Google and it says get business funding today, man, once you do 1 or 2 of them bad boys, your phone don't stop ringing forever. And the crazy go ahead. Yeah. The crazy part is that they will give anybody money. You as long as you can keep a positive bank account and have revolving deposits in there, no matter what they are, they'll give you money. Now, it's almost like kissing the devil.
Well, and I'll tell you some horror stories of clients who I've been fortunate enough to help. So one of the things we do also is we refinance and consolidate multiple short-term loans. we'll have to come in and consolidate them, lower that payment and make it one payment per day instead of 8, right?
Right.
Put more money back in the pocket of the business owner. The problem is when you don't work with a company like mine and you're not dealing with someone directly, just like you said, you have all these pop-ups. Next thing you know, you're getting phone calls from people saying, hey, this is your business funder, right? And you don't know who you're talking to. You think you're talking to the person that you applied to, but you're kind of spread around the internet.
Yep.
You don't know what's going on. And what happens is you get funded multiple times.
Yep.
By multiple different lenders. You don't know who they are. And you turn around, next thing you know, you have 5 loans.
Yep.
5 daily payments.
Yep.
You're not sure who you signed up with.
Yep.
You don't know who to call.
Yep.
There is no customer service.
Facts.
Now you're in bad shape. Now what are you going to do?
And
this is why I suggest to people, this. So, what's different from you that I can't find on the internet? That's what's different. Because that doesn't happen to my clients.
Well, my thing is that you're educating your clients a little bit more about how to build their business and what not to do and get funded. Because I have been a victim of that, trying to help in big payroll, trying to do that. The max I've had was 4 going at one time. And I was just like, well, every dime, and it starts out small because they get you. Oh, it's only $50 a day. And you're like, okay, I'm bringing in $500-$600 a day. What is $50 a day? So then you get another $50. Oh, it's $65 a day. Oh, so now that's $112 a day that's coming out your account. Then another one pops up. Okay, third position. I done learned all the terminology. Oh, okay, that'll be $75 a day because it goes up each time you get one. It goes up because they're in different positions, right? So then you're at $75 a day. Next thing you know, you got $300 a day for 5 days a week coming out your bank account.
You got it. So you know how it works.
I know exactly how it works, and not that I have been burnt, but yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is what I try to educate business owners on. This is why whether it's Fund You Up or another company that's going to have their hands on working with you directly, you need to have someone advocating for you. Advocating for your business, not advocating for their company, not trying to make a sale, if you will, because and not caring that you're in that you have 4 positions out or 6 positions out or 8 positions out.
They give you 8.
At the end of their day, they're getting paid.
Right.
So they really don't care about your business. The way I look at it, I called a client back that was a client of mine 12 years ago. And I called them back and I was just talking to them, asking them how they were doing. They didn't need our type of funding anymore. They'd gotten an SBA loan maybe about 5 years ago. And so they graduated from our type of funding and they're doing well. And those are the types of phone calls I like to make because I don't want to duck you. I don't want to duck you at the grocery store. We're both going to the movies, whatever, and there's Steve. I don't want to see Steve because I didn't do the right thing for Steve. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that we all should be working together to help the small business prosper.
Right. And that makes a big difference when you're able to help each other in building that business. Okay. So make sure you guys, when you are at that point when you're trying to build this business credit and establish your business funding, make sure you listen to, there's always going to be the gurus. They will give you money. Not all money is good money. Not all money is the good money. So just because, they only gave me $1,000, so I'm going to go over this company and get, $5,000, and they give me $3,000, and they'll give me $2,000. That all sounds great until you're paying 3 times the amount, and then you have no money coming into your account, and you can't pay your bills. You can't even run your business because by 9:00 in the morning, $400 is already out your account. So make sure that when you are dealing with your lenders, that they are trustworthy. Now, we're not saying there are scammers out here too. I've got a couple calls from them. They're fun guys to play with too. But at the end of the day, make sure you have your business account established the way you need to, and your business set up so that you can at least, if getting money from the bank, like he said, is extremely hard, but there is so many other funding opportunities out there for you to get your business out there and business up, as long as your business is set up properly and ready to get funded. Because if you don't have that business bank account, most of these people are not going to deposit into your personal account. If you don't have an LLC.
That just happened this week. You're absolutely correct. That's great advice.
Yeah, so get that business, get that EIN number, get that corporation, get that LLC. I mean, we don't want you to get the LLC. We really, 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 really prefer you to get a corporation, because then that helps you protect yourself as an individual, and you can stand alone from the company. And then the banks treat you a little different. I've noticed that if you say you're a corporation versus you're an LLC, they treat you a little different. Well, how do you feel about that?
So I'm not an attorney. I've not seen that. So in my space, I don't find that business bankers, CPAs, accountants, they help. They are fine with businesses being set up the way they're supposed to be set up. I have found LLCs to be effective when they are. I've found S corps to be effective when they are. I think it's important to have the right structure of your business, whatever that may be. I do think that some structures don't work for some situations, and it's important to get the right counsel on that to make sure you have the right business structure for you.
Right. I agree with you.
Yeah.
So make sure that you have your business set up properly regardless, and make sure that you have the basics to build your business credit, because if you have better business credit and maybe even bad personal credit, they may give you money because your business now can kind of stand alone as a individual versus you backing it. And that's the whole goal, is making sure that you don't have to use your personal credit to back your business. You know what I mean? Because God forbid something happens to the economy again and your business goes under, you don't want to have to lose your home over that. And so making sure you have your business established properly, so you don't have to do those secured lines of credit, and you can get more money and more funding based on the way you handle your business. So those are things that you and the deposit. So did I already ask you, like, what is the minimum amount deposited in a bank account? What is the best amount, a good average? Say I have a decent credit score. Say I have about a 650 credit score, and I'm building my business bank account out, and I need to get $100,000. What is the minimum? Not from you per se, because you already said I will have to have $1 million rolling through the account a year, right?
Yeah, that's right. For about 100,000. That's right.
Okay. So if I'm kind of just starting out, like, what is a good average amount to have to be making sure it runs through your account?
So that's not an easy question to answer. I will say that if you're looking going to need to be in business for at least 2 years before you can qualify for traditional funding. Most banks, so I'm in Richmond, Virginia, so most banks here are going to require about a 670, 675 credit score, personal credit score, 2+ years in business, and financials, so tax returns, P&L, and balance sheet. If you don't have that, you're not going to get funded by a bank here. And I think across the board, from my experience, that's pretty much the case.
Okay.
There are local grant programs and local programs in every jurisdiction that may be more lenient than that, and I think you should always check those out before going into the alternative market, and just make sure you explore all the resources you have at your disposal first.
Right. And that goes back to what I was saying earlier, is when you're looking for a business address, maybe if you're going to be a virtual business or a business working from home most of the time, finding a business address that is in one of those areas. So look at what's going on in your local government and see what they're doing, because sometimes there's hundreds and thousands and millions of dollars sitting right in your local bank, and you don't even have to come to this guy, David. Not that we want to help David. We want to make sure we help David. But sometimes if you can get the cheaper money, I'm gonna suggest you go get the cheaper money because it's smarter. But if that doesn't work, or you didn't set your business up in the proper way, we have David as our backup. He's like that book bag with all the pockets. You know, he can find a pocket that you fit in. And the thing is, and it might not be as much as you want in the beginning, right? But if you build this reputation with him, he'll give you more, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah. So no, that's true. So typically speaking, we funded. There was a small funding with recent client for about I think they did about $3,750. And they successfully repaid that. The next funding was $7,500. They repaid that. The next funding was $12,500, and that's open, and they're paying that. So yeah.
90 seconds.
That's true. So we're looking at track record. We're looking at credit and track record with the same funding source is always good. That's always a good thing. And in our space, that's always a good thing.
And do you report to Dun & Bradstreet or any of them?
Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. The stuff we do in-house, yes. Some of our fundings we broker out, and that's going to vary. So it depends. Some of them will report, some of them will not.
Okay. So we're about to wrap up. We're at the last minute of our show. David, tell them where they can find you in this last 30 seconds of the show. Where can they find information?
Yep, www.fundyouup.com. That's www.f as in Frank, U, N as in Nancy, D as in David, U, P as in Peter.com. Click on the red box in the top right corner that says Get Pre-Qualified Now, and you'll fill out a form and see how much you qualify for, and we'll take the next steps to get you the funding you need.
All right, and everybody, make sure y'all tell David that y'all
10 seconds.
Found you on the I Am Unique podcast tonight. If y'all do listen to this and need funding and get funding, make sure you just tell them where you learned about us, learned about it from. So we appreciate having you on, David, and we will talk to you later.
All right. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Take care.
All right, guys. This is I'm Unique Wright, your DIY business coach. We are signing off tonight. We have ended the podcast and we're ending now. For the guys who are on my lives, who are on my Instagrams, who are here, make sure you guys go into my DM, send you my email, and sign up to make sure your business is qualified and is ready to get funded. He says he can get you guys funded within 6 months of having a startup business. So, or you can do longer, depending on how you had your business set up. So make sure you get all of this stuff that you need. Click that link in that. Don't click the link. DM me. We're going to put a link in the bio. We're going to have to put one because I just said it so many times. So make sure y'all do that. Like, subscribe, and follow me on IamUniqueRight.com and all my other social media platforms. Thank you guys and have a great day. Bye-bye.